Welcome to the DJ&P podcast. To my left is D, to my right is P, and I'm J. This is the first episode of the DJ&P podcast. This episode is about the concept behind the DJ&P podcast. But before we start, let's still start, fellas.
Episode 1.
Number 1. Now I'm gonna give the floor to D, and he's gonna open up on how this podcast started.
Appreciate the concept. Yeah, so welcome everybody, episode 1. So every idea starts off, right? And then to make things happen, you got to talk about it and put it into fruition. So I just want to give everybody a background of how we started this podcast, where our journey is beginning, and where we eventually expect it to end. Hopefully never, but where with the anticipation of where it's going to go. So I think you pretty much stirred up the idea a little bit. We were just talking about it, and
the three of us was in the gym getting a workout on, and we pretty much was having a moment where multiple people out there struggle with. It's like venting and opening up.
Session.
Yeah. We was just venting. We was using each other as our therapist, rock, whatever you want to call it. But we was venting and opening up to each other, and I forgot which topic we was talking about, and was like, darn, this should be a podcast.
Yeah, I think we were talking about like the things guys don't really talk about, what we have a hard time expressing. Mm-hmm. And then it kind of evolved into not just guys, an individual. What do the individuals have a hard time expressing?
Yep.
You know what I mean? I think we started just kind of...
Yeah, that's what it was, because we was talking about like how you ask for help or something like that.
Yeah.
And then we all come up with the idea, then... Next thing you know, equipment was being purchased by someone, and we got it from Rockyville. Shout out to them.
Yeah, Rockville. Good, that's a good equipment. I mean,
so essentially, we just want to talk about things that you don't feel comfortable talking about, because there's a lot of things that people are uncomfortable talking about. They don't want to bring it to attention because they don't want to look a certain type of way. They don't want to feel a certain type of way, so they just bottle it up and keep it inside.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think even to start, one of our biggest things was like, what are people going to think about us starting a podcast? Like, who are these guys, these three randoms starting a podcast? What do they know? What do they don't know? What can they offer? I think that right there was like that first little speed bump before you do anything, before you buy the equipment, all that. It's like,
what to talk about.
Everybody's got to start somewhere, though.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's the biggest thing. And we kind of floated ideas off friends, family, and just being like, hey, how does this sound? How's that sound? And we had a lot of support from people around us and saying, oh my gosh, you guys have a little bit of you can get the ground running if this were to take off.
Exactly.
And then we started with, Jay ordered the equipment, and it came in, and we were just like, wow, it's the unboxing of it. Like, just talk about, like, the unboxing.
Oh, man.
We're like little kids on Christmas.
Yeah, I mean...
It was funny, because we went back to the gym again,
yeah.
and we was working out, and D was like, when does the equipment come in? I'm like, I don't know. Drove home, big old box was in front of my door. I opened it up. I was like, oh, snap.
Yeah, I mean, so...
It's reality.
Christmas came early. Christmas came early for us. You know what I mean? So we actually did that at Jay's spot and unboxed it and just kind of figured out how to put everything together. Because I don't think any of us have any type of background with equipment or anything like that, right?
We were just plugging shit in and turning dials.
I mean, that's literally what it was, right?
It worked.
I mean, you don't really realize, like sound and pitch and lighting and... I think all that stuff we were trying to figure out on the fly,
yep.
And then we didn't know that equipment could hook up to Bluetooth, and do you use your phone? How do you play music? There's so many things you don't know, and those are like just little challenges. I mean, they were exciting things. Once you figured out what plugs into what, we thought we had it going.
Yeah,
right?
we figured out pretty good.
You know?
Yeah, no, we got it. I think we did all right.
Yeah, I think we did good, and then you just figuring out like camera angles and stuff like that. Like I'm telling you. Anybody can do it. If we can do it, anybody can do it, So
that is true.
Once the equipment got going, we figured out kind of like sound and where microphone 1, 2, and 3 go into. And
exactly.
Like, okay, you have that. Now what's the thought? Okay, you start thinking of topics, and we did the fishbowl, right?
Yeah,
that's how it originally started.
And we'll be bringing that back.
Yeah, I mean, P, I don't know if you want to talk about it a little bit.
What, the fishbowl?
The fishbowl.
Yeah, the fishbowl.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
the
so
idea, concept.
we got together one night and we just started writing down ideas. We got a bowl and we were just putting the ideas in there, and then drop your hand in there, pick out a topic, talk about it.
Yeah, I think doing something more random and like that is definitely, it can entice viewers.
Because
It's a different concept.
we're not scripted.
Yeah,
just wanna
nothing's
talk about
scripted.
everything.
I mean, I think that's important to know too. Like, nothing's scripted. We kind of just go off the cusp, and if something's bothering us, we talk about it. If something's bothering you, we'll talk about it. If there's something you want us to bring up, we want to talk about it.
Please comment.
You
Anything
know?
you guys want us to talk about, comment. We'll give you our views. There's 3 of us on the table right now. So
Yeah, there's no right or wrong behind any of it.
Exactly.
We're just
All 3 of
open
us
to-
been through things that we wish we had somebody to talk about it
Yeah,
with, but
absolutely.
didn't know how to open up or didn't know how to talk about it.
Yeah.
And we just want to offer it to people because we think it's important, because you need to get stuff off your chest. You need to talk about things. Bottling it up's no good. And we're here for you guys.
Yeah, I think, something like this, there's so many people who talk about starting social media and they're fearful of what people are going to say and how they're going to be judged. And this is kind of the reason why we started it too. And just saying, if it takes off, it takes off. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But we're going to give it a shot. So
And have fun with it.
yeah, for sure, right? I mean, we're enjoying it. I love every step of it. Like,
trust me, we're having fun with it.
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like, what to incorporate. And we started off with a logo, and I think the idea behind the logo was, do you use your names? Do you use your last names? Do you use your state? Do you use, I don't know, what, handles? Do you use initials? Like,
Our logo changed like 3 times by now.
colors changed, logos changed. We had, what did we have when we first started it? I know you always say about like a clip art. I don't even
Yeah,
know.
it was like a little voice box with some sparkles.
It literally was glitter.
And a
They had
microphone in the
bedazzle.
bottom.
It was-
yeah, that was fucking
That
bedazzled.
was-
And then there was a microphone in the bottom left corner. It was all like not symmetrical. It was throwing me off.
It
So
was bad. So, but
I was like-
you put it on social media though to start, right?
I did, yeah.
You did.
That was the first one I put.
we
off
have
the rip.
we have what platforms, guys?
We have Instagram, TikTok,
YouTube.
YouTube.
Facebook. We actually got to work on the Facebook.
Facebook's
Yeah.
coming. Maybe Snapchat. We don't know down the line.
Snapchat definitely coming.
It's
Spotify.
Spotify,
More
yes, Spotify. So I mean, we put that terrible clip art, spray paint logo together, and we put it on, and you put it on Instagram, and you hated it, right? You didn't look right. What was the fitting was off, or what was behind it? Like, I don't even know why we changed it.
The bedazzle wasn't sparkling enough.
Yeah, it was
so
just,
we had to
it just
change it.
it looked like a 3-year-old drew it with a crayon and some construction paper.
So P went into it and he changed the logo, and then we put some coloring behind it. We originally went with a certain specific color scheme, and we decided that wasn't for us, and we changed it, and then we've kept that logo since then, right?
Yeah, I like the new logo.
I mean, that's the biggest
colors,
thing.
The color's fire.
Yeah, I think something too. It's a 3-person panel, so we do a majority vote pretty much when it comes to everything, right? I mean, we try to get everybody on the same page, but
Yeah, we bounce everything
That's-
off of each other and we just do our thing. We mesh really good together.
We pretty much on the same page.
so
We
we,
might tweak stuff a little bit, but we still on the same page.
yeah, I mean, we
know.
gotta give each other a hard time no matter what. And that's
Of
part
course.
of it.
Yeah.
But
Of course.
so we put it on social media platforms, and then for me, I'm not too familiar with it. You know what I mean, the social networking aspect of it. But I think those were. Would you say that's where the challenges come into, or I feel like it's not. I feel like if we take every individual platform, right? So I'm a big person who's on YouTube as far as like I enjoy watching podcasts. Everybody does, right? I mean, most people enjoy watching podcasts, vlogs, and all that. And I thought originally we'd post something, and the first posting didn't have any hashtags, right?
The first few.
The first few didn't have any hashtags.
Didn't have any hashtags. I don't want to go too into it, but like we were picking, music behind it, like figuring out what to write above it, music, lighting, all that. I want to kind of like just touch base with the viewers on how hard each thing is. Like,
Oh my
if
god.
you know, if you want to talk about lighting,
The li-
lighting.
Listen,
aspect
the
of
lighting
it.
is very horrible.
Yeah.
Let's talk about
Like,
Because last time I had this light bouncing off my head,
So we
lighting
have
it
a-
up like the damn
All right,
sun.
so we have some shorts where we're working with lighting as far as P's.
Bald ass head.
Which side?
Shine bright like a diamond.
It's shining bright. We knew we had. If anybody watched the shorts, we had a little late night love with Jay over here, who likes to talk into the mic.
Late night love.
I was picky about which side to be on. I think we all have a good side and a bad side, so
We all, that's what makes us a good team.
yeah,
Because
for sure.
we discuss everything, and then we just adapt and overcome. And that's what make us great. Even coming down to picking up the music for the shorts. And shout out to P here. P's the mastermind behind all the videos. So you guys know. So it's just like sometimes we just tell P pick a song, run with it.
Yeah, I mean, we were running into some trouble. P, I definitely want you to take over this a little bit, talking about the music aspect of it, because I thought it was pick this song, play it, boost it, and let it run, and people will love it, but there's definitely more to it, right? People don't know.
Well, yeah, it was when the first video that we made, I didn't know how to add the music to it. I hadn't figured that out yet. So what I did was I actually did a screen record off my phone and then added the sound to the video, and I couldn't adjust the volume then and there, and I think it was a little bit too loud for the video.
So we did a Gold Digger short.
Yeah, I forget which one it was.
I think that was the first short we did. It was Gold Digger, and we played the Kanye West song to it.
Yeah, we did.
And we thought, when we first heard it, we thought it was a banger. We were just smiling here and there. We're like, oh, snap, this is
We
it.
got one.
About to get 1,000 followers overnight. And then you look at it and you're like, damn, that's really loud in the background, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's. We noticed that maybe the instrumental versions are better. You
Audio
think?
chaos.
Yeah, I mean, Pete, you're not. This is all you, because I don't know anything behind it. So if you want to get into the difference between the instrumentals and the talking or the words, the vocals.
Yeah, so you got to play with the volume, because there was a song that I don't think we used it because, or no, this is what got us away from using the song and putting us into the instrumentals, because here we are talking and we got to listen. Well, the viewers got to listen to us
Right.
talk, and if we put a song in the background that, I forget which song it was, but it was kind of like they were talking in the intro.
Yeah.
So it was just like I said, like audio chaos. All you heard was, you heard the song. Now your attention switches to the song to listen to the song, switches back to us to hear what we were saying, and it just didn't go good together. So I figured out how to lower the volume, and then we took over. We just went over to doing the instrumentals with no voice.
I will say, thank you to some of the viewers and Instagrammers,
Our
our followers who kind of reached out to us and said, "Hey, that's a little loud," or "You can do this." Like we said, we're still struggling with lighting, trying to.
We're
figure
open to
out.
feedback.
Yeah, everything's
Whatever you
constructively.
guys think.
Let us know.
Yeah.
Let us know.
I think lighting too has been an issue, like we talked about earlier. Just figuring it out, like there's bright lights, low lights, the setup behind it. That took some time to figure out.
How high the camera's got to be, how high the
Oh
mic's
my
got
gosh,
to be,
the
how close
camera-
we got to be to the mics.
I think the camera, the camera too. It's like you think you can just plug in your. I mean, I don't want to say plug. Use your phone behind it, and it's going to come up with high quality. And you realize you have to purchase a camera. We didn't know that, so I think you can't put a price on
The equipment.
the equipment, but definitely there is some better stuff. I don't want to go into detail about what we bought and all that, but
Not every podcast has a P, and we had P, and you guys will not be able to tell which short was filmed using a phone. I guarantee you guys won't.
Yeah, I mean, that's all you.
P's the mastermind, like I said earlier.
We
He's
originally.
good at what he does.
He's very good. We originally started with a program.
Thanks, guys, thanks.
And of course, we gotta give you a shout out. When it's
Come
due.
on, bro, you deserve it.
I'm blushing over here.
The program we originally
No.
started with. Trying to keep us on track, man. How about the program we originally started with? The free one.
Oh yeah, it was
Lightworks.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
Lightworks.
started out with that. Had to watch a few videos on how it was set up and how to use it, because all the buttons and all the keys on there, they're not labeled, so you need to know what they are before you start playing with it.
Yeah.
So that was like a hurdle to overcome and figure all that out.
What would you say to viewers who are trying to start a podcast as far as like an app, a random app? Like would you say not to go away from, maybe they'll go to like a Lightworks, something like that? That's not what we use, right?
No, I forget what, off the top of my head, I forget what the program is that I'm
Free?
using.
Is it a free app? No. Or something?
Yeah, there's I think it's a free trial for a week or 2 weeks, and then it's you gotta subscribe to it.
Yeah. So what's the basis behind that?
It breaks it down to where you add the video. The video is in I don't know what to call it, but you can see the video. It's like scripted out.
Yeah.
Then underneath it, that's where you add the audio, and then you play with the audio. You can play the volume. You can play with the length and how long to put the video.
Yeah.
You want the music to, when you want it to stop, when you want it to go. You can put a break in there. You can do transitions. You can what else? What else did I add? The
You were able to fade in the logo,
yeah,
fade out the
fade in the logo.
There's a lot
you
of cool
can do
stuff.
different stuff. That took a while to figure out. I'm still learning, and hopefully they continue to get better.
Yeah, if anybody's interested in that,
They will get better.
We'll drop that in the comments. That app, if anybody's interested, if you're looking to start a pod or something like that, we'll definitely drop that.
Yeah, it was an app on the App Store.
Okay, cool. And then going off it, we was talking about like challenges. We were talking about YouTube earlier. I think that we've starting to figure out that if you put a headline above it and like hashtags, it's definitely made a little bit of a difference, right?
Yes.
Compared to the
yes.
first earlier
It
videos.
capture the eye. People see it. They see what it says. They get intrigued and they want to see what we're about and what we're talking about.
And I think that's one of the hardest things too. After we like get the short, and we get the short, we have the music, and we're ready to put it. How to capture the viewer's attention? That's one of the hardest things that. Like,
I mean,
we struggle.
yeah.
with
I'm kind of interested in any feedback as far as like, what's the expectation behind how long you want a video? Like, I think we're starting to figure out like, we don't know the length of a video. You know, that's why we started out with shorts. The idea behind the shorts was to try to build up a following, and let people like give them a little insight into what we're bringing, and I think that creates problems as far as like the challenges to the social media as far as Instagram and TikTok. I think we're getting excited when we had 11 followers. The first video dropped and we got 40 views. We were popping champagne.
Yeah.
For an idea that started in the gym,
we were spraying it in the air.
For an idea that started in the gym, 11 followers, I'm okay with that.
I mean, I can definitely give tips. Shout out to you, Jay, because when we go to the gym, I think that's our biggest. What's the word I'm looking for? Networking. That's how we network a little bit. Or
Yeah.
anywhere you
Anywhere
go
we
out
go, we
anywhere,
network.
not just
Yeah, but the gym, you more comfortable, you know.
So
it's easier to approach someone like, hey, how you doing? How's your workout going? By the way, you listen to the podcast? We got this going on, you know.
So I think you should be more specific and talk about your approach to the people in the gym. I'm not the biggest one who's going to go up to people.
Well,
I mean, wait, before you say that, me and P were talking about it today, and I was giving you a shout out and saying, oh, Jay's really good at going out and talking to people and trying to recruit. We couldn't do it
It's easy, man.
today. And I don't know if I can be the person like you do to go up to someone random and be like, hey, you listen to a podcast?
That falls into what we're talking about, because that's us feeling some type of way, like they're going to judge us when you ask them.
Yes,
you get anxiety about it. And
anxiety.
you don't want to go up to these people, because then what if they're like, who the fuck is this asshole telling me about the podcast?
That's my first thought. Like, dude, leave me alone.
All you have to do is, my bad, bro. Enjoy your workout. Catch you later.
I mean,
Because sooner or later, he's gonna be like.
I can give another example. We went to get food tonight, and
I try to get the Chinese
He
guys
tried
to
to
follow
get-
us.
it
almost worked.
We got Chinese food.
We got Chinese food.
It would
and
work if someone didn't stop me.
I was like, no, Jay, no, don't ask the man ringing us out to join the podcast. And I probably should let it go. I could have been follower number 70.
Yeah, good for 70.
You know what I mean?
Didn't you want to break 70 today?
That was the plan. So hopefully, we got there.
Yeah, we'll get there.
I'll try to get us 70 by the end of the night.
For sure. I mean,
Well-
go ahead.
We'll get there. But the networking is hard because we're only using the gym that we go to,
Yeah.
and that's very limited. If you guys have any tips on how to network using social media, TikTok, YouTube, please let us know. Comment, because there's so many gyms that we could visit. So
I will say, like, as far as networking is concerned, the challenges behind it, like, we've gotten a lot of DMs from random followers, I guess, random accounts. I'm not too familiar with, like, fake accounts and all that, but a lot of people are offering us ways to spread our word, I guess. What's the word I'm looking for? Branding.
Branding.
to get us out there, and you don't realize that it's I mean, I know now, and you guys probably knew already, it's a business behind it.
Oh yeah, well, what they're doing is they have X amount of followers, 100,000, 200,000,
Yeah.
whatever. And what they'll do is if we pay them, they'll pretty much broadcast our podcast and get us followers.
Right. And I didn't know that there was, if you want to post this, they'll post that on a reel and a story, and it costs you X amount of money. So I think that's something we're not there yet as far as purchasing.
It's still kind of
New, fresh
still
to
kind
us.
of new. We're still trying to figure everything out.
And then I'm still getting used to maybe following someone and then them not following us back. Kind of thing. like I don't really understand why do we follow you but you don't follow us back, or
And that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. We'll show you love.
100%. That's the biggest
All
thing.
the time.
Just if you put up a story or something like that, we're gonna like it. We're gonna show love to get
We'll
love.
show you love.
TikTok.
What about it?
That's what do we know about it? That's
Nothing, but we crushing it right now in views.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, crushing it. Listen, crushing it is our version of saying we're doing well because we don't know.
200 views. We happy with that.
All right, we're up at 300. But
Correction, 300.
but I mean, we're only a week in. This is the first drop. I'm still trying to figure out how people are getting 300,000 likes on
Dumb shit.
a chip thing or like someone dancing. Like, we're looking for kind of some feedback as far as like what is TikTok and how do you use it, kind of thing. Like, should we drop the same short on every single platform that we have and leave YouTube specifically for the longer content? Are still shots the way to go for Instagram as far as branding? I think there's all challenges we're facing and we're figuring it out along the way, right?
Of course, we will. It's gonna take some time. We're gonna figure it out, and
Everything's got to start somewhere, right?
Yeah, of course.
Exactly.
And I think something we want to touch base on is like the audience behind of what we're kind of talking about here is not specific to men.
it's everyone.
It's everyone.
We're just looking to help people.
Everyone.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing. I mean, we were going to talk about the original concept behind it was like things guys can't talk about or having a hard time talking about, and then we turned it into anyone, right?
It's for everyone. We want you guys to comment, feel comfortable, reach out to us, and if you hit us with a topic that we really don't know about, best believe we're gonna research. We're gonna ask our loved ones, our family members, our friends, and to make sure like we give you the best answer and the best advice that we can. So don't be afraid to ask. That's what we're here for. We want to help you guys out, because it's a lot that we deal with on a regular basis.
Yeah, for sure.
So if we could take some of that pressure off your shoulders, please comment, let us know. Don't be afraid. We're here to help you guys. So
Like we said earlier, nothing's scripted, so there is no we're gonna do this, and that going forward. It's pretty much what the viewers want to see or what you're struggling with. Some of the content behind it is going to be based around just dating. I think dating is really key in the world right now. Social media,
dating. We're gonna touch
stigmas,
everything.
mindsets, just really big things.
Everything. We'll talk about anything and anything.
Yeah, anything and anything, and that's the expectation down the line. What's the long road behind it? What's the goal here?
My goal is, if we help 1, 2, 3, 4, whoever we help out, I'm happy with that.
Yeah, for sure.
Because it's when you get into your mind and you get so deep into your thoughts and you feel like you just want to explode. I know how that feel. All three of us know how that feel. So if we could give you guys little tips, little piece of advice on how to deal with it, how to react, or better yet, we'll tell you straight out, go see a therapist.
Yeah.
So that's what we're here for. We want to help you before you get to that point where you're stuck in quicksand and you can't get out. So please, if you're dealing with something and you want us to talk about it, or you want us to like give you advice to see like, even if you want to make a connection with us to see like if we dealt with the same things that you are dealing with, comment. DM us privately. Like all three of us have the DJ&P Instagram on our phones. We will take the second to let you guys know that, yep, if I didn't deal with it, I'm sorry I can't help you, but I'm gonna forward this to D. If D didn't deal with it, we're gonna forward it to P. If we don't have an answer for you, best believe we're gonna ask someone, or we're gonna do the research, or give you an answer. Like we're not just gonna leave you on red. That's not what we're here for. We're here to help you guys.
Yeah, I mean that's the biggest thing too. Like guys, if you have comments or DM us, we're gonna answer to everything. We're gonna do our best to try to answer to everything. P, you got any expectations on the line?
We can't really have expectations. See where it takes us.
Yeah, we'll see where it takes us. I mean, I think we're definitely going, as we dive deeper into it, the mindset of an individual is something we're going to touch base on going forward. I know we all have some things. Jay, you just touched on it as far as therapy and going through some stuff. So we definitely want to transition that into the upcoming episodes. So if you guys want to hear anything else, or if you have something that's in your mind, like we said, DM us, let us know. We're on all social media platforms: YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram right now. Soon to be on Spotify, Snapchat.
Snapchat coming soon.
Facebook, maybe Facebook. We haven't really decided, but Snapchat.
We're on Facebook.
And Spotify coming out soon. So, I mean, this pretty much wraps it up, right, guys? I mean, I don't really have anything else.
I mean, I just want to say one thing. We're open for you guys to help us too, because we don't know everything.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, that's
if,
really important.
If there's something that we're talking about and it's not completely accurate, let us know.
Yeah. Jay, anything else?
I agree with P here. Please let us know, especially if we're not accurate on it. Like, we don't have egos.
No, none.
So whatever you guys tell us, or you guys don't agree with, we will take that into consideration and do our research. And if we had to re-drop an episode, we'll do it.
Yeah, for sure. Go ahead, if anybody, you can click subscribe. Turn notifications on, please, on YouTube. It really helps out the channel. Again, we're on all social media platforms right now: YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram. The goal is to drop a video once a week. So stay tuned. It only gets better from here. Completes episode 1 of the DJ&P podcast. I am D.
J.
And P.
We appreciate you all for taking the time out of your day and giving us some time. So with that being said,
let's toast up.
thank you all. Click subscribe, turn notifications on.